What's up, Camp Broadside? I'm your host, Troy Mosby. Hey, we're honored to have Mr. Anthony Regalo joining us tonight from Buzzard Roost Saddles. So without further ado, let's jump off into that and help me give a big old Camp Broadside welcome to Mr. Anthony Regalo.
Troy's talking about the 10-point list. Swears it was close, but it don't sound like it. Brandon's grinning, bragging about his dope. Bartlett's spike, well, we all know it's blood trails and bucktails. Round the fire where the whiskey sails. Every hunt's a story, every shot's a chance. What's your story to tell? What's your...
I'm telling you, that shit was the craziest thing I ever seen.
Anthony Regalo.
What's up?
Did I say it right?
Yep.
You don't know how nervous I was to say that. I'm like, oh, is it Regalo? Yeah,
That's
I
okay.
got it.
I've definitely been called. My wedding day was called Regalo.
Regalo on your wedding day. Dang. He's like, no,
dang.
wrong one.
Messed that one up.
Yeah. That's great. So Anthony is co-owner of Buzzard Roost Saddles.
That's right. Yep.
And actually Buzzard Roost come up to Kansas City. We're doing a show this weekend, a little saddle hunters get together, teaching people how to wear saddles, how to saddle hunt, basics,
Climb, put
climbing,
up, stuff like that.
platform. Yeah, for sure. So Buzzard Roost, they've done it, I don't know, this is 4 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they come up and participated and taught people and spread the word about the Buzzard Roost saddle. So, yeah, we're always thrilled to death to have them on there. So, super excited. And then this year we get to do a podcast.
Yeah.
So,
well, we love coming to this anyways. I just like being able to get out. So,
yeah, we always have a good time
Yeah.
too. And it's, I mean, you guys are, I have a blast with you guys all the time. You know, it's always full of laughs and
Yep.
just good time for sure. So if you ever get the opportunity, take them up on it. You know what I'm saying? But so before we get started, whatever, why don't you just kind of tell us who you are, how you got into hunting and whatnot, and we'll just go from there, man.
So I'm Anthony Regalo. I got into hunting probably once I moved to Louisiana. And I bought a house in 2010. I became Benny's neighbor. And he kind of actually started introducing me into the hunting side of things. And then kind of just fell in love with it from there.
Yeah.
And Benny would always say like, oh, dude, he gets more joy out of watching a grown man get excited about shooting something. And I didn't quite understand that until I was able to do that myself with somebody else. And it was just, he's not wrong. It was just, it's the best feeling.
Isn't it crazy,
It is.
man? To get that kind of feeling over watching somebody else do it, you know, is amazing. And it's one thing, like you said, if it's your kid or something, you know, that's obviously that you're going to get super stoked about that.
Yeah.
But to watch another grown man do it.
It's never done it and then do it. And then just,
Yeah,
it's like the inner kid came out and they were just, it's a great feeling.
So you were in the Navy, right?
Coast Guard.
Coast Guard, I'm sorry. And you were originally from California.
Yes.
And then you joined the Coast Guard. Is that how you ended up in Louisiana?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I moved to Louisiana in 2009 and I've been here since.
Nice.
Or
nice.
there since.
So when you got there, that's when your hunting life
kind of took over. Yeah.
into.
Kind of started really. Yeah.
Yeah,
Started.
never hunted as a kid or whatever.
No, not really. No.
Got you. Yeah.
Once Ben and I became neighbors, he kind of was like introduced me into it. Actually, he gave me my first bow. It was his used bow, and I still use that bow.
Do you?
It's a Hoyt Katana, and I don't even know if they make those anymore. But that's the bow. I've shot many deer with that bow.
That's super cool,
So,
man.
It's hard to kind of let it go, but I'm looking to getting a new bow this year, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But it's hard. Like when you're putting animals down with it, it's like, why change it?
Man, me and Brandon, my oldest son, we had that same conversation because he's shooting. Years ago, I bought a Diamond by Bowtech. And honestly, I absolutely love that bow. I've killed more deer with that bow than any of my other bows by far. And I've had friends kill deer with that bow. I've had kids kill deer with that bow. And Brandon, he actually shot 5 deer with it this past season. And so he was talking about he was going to get a new bow. He was going to get a new bow. And so here, it wasn't too long ago, few weeks ago, I guess, I was like, hey, man, I ain't heard you mention it lately. You going to get a new bow? What are you doing? And he's like, man, the more I think about it, he goes, this Diamond just shoots great. I'm like, why am I getting a new bow? And I'm like, I'm telling you, dude. So one thing's cool. We talked about it because I said, Leslie's talking about getting into bow hunting. So I'm like, if we can get her a deer with that bow, Then we're gonna pass it down to Coulter, my grandson. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that bow might stay in the
Stick around
family
for a
quite a
while,
while.
yeah,
That's kind of
yeah.
cool, you know. And it's a good shooting bow, that's for sure. So you got the old Hoyt katana,
Yeah.
and so that's how you and Benny became friends and
Yeah.
whatnot. And then you guys came up with Buzzard Roost. How did that even come about?
So Benny actually came up with Buzzard Roost. It wasn't until I don't even remember, 2020, I think, is when he was like, hey man, I'm doing this thing. I've made a few for some friends. He wanted me to try it out. So I was in a really bad accident in 2014. So I stopped hunting.
Oh,
I stopped hunting because I couldn't walk. I couldn't do any of that stuff.
What was the accident?
So I worked on I was working for Caterpillar in Louisiana, and right after I got out of the military, and the machinery I was working on actually fell on top of me. It pinched me from the waist down.
Oh my goodness!
So
man.
the doctors, actually the doctor Benny was there. That he went to the emergency room and all that with my wife, and the doctor was like, "Hey, I don't think his wife understands. Like he might not make it through surgery." And then I made it through surgery, and they're like, "He may never walk again." Well, if you see me today, you would never know that I was in an accident.
Never know.
No,
I forget.
I contribute that to hunting because doing those walks, those mile walks in and out, and dragging deer, and that I truly believe that helped me get to the point where I'm at today.
Yeah, because it makes that core probably stronger and whatnot. And
yep,
dang.
I don't even take pain medication anymore.
Really?
It's yeah. So I did very blessed.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Gee, many Christmas, man. Lord was looking out for you.
That's
that
right.
day.
Yeah. Actually,
So
the
what happened?
machinery
Why
that I
was-
was working on, they said the piece of glass fell out, and when they picked it up, it wasn't shattered or nothing, but it said, "Jesus is your rock."
No way.
Dead serious. Yeah.
Are you kidding me,
Yeah.
dude? How amazing!
It was pretty cool.
What a testimony
Yeah.
right there, dude. Gee, many Christmas.
Yeah, at the time you're
That
like,
gave me chills just now.
I know everybody's like, you're so lucky, you're so lucky. Well, at the time you're like, man, I don't feel lucky.
Right.
So, but
Right.
now looking back, I'm like, damn, I was
So
really
what
lucky.
happened with the Caterpillar? How did it?
So I was working on I didn't have the bucket held up properly like I should have with a hoist and everything. I was knocking some pins out. Well, the counter mechanism, the bucket fell, and the counter mechanism for that bucket like a mouse trap right to the top of the machine. So the exhaust
dog.
on those cat skid steers, they come up the top of it.
Yep.
Well, that went through my left leg and punctured my colon, my bladder. Like, yeah.
Holy
yeah,
crap,
did some damage.
dude. Wow.
They say take a pretzel, put it on the counter, and that's what my pelvis looked like.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? When was that?
That was October of 2014.
2014. So
It's been a long time
11
ago.
years
Yeah.
ago,
Yeah.
12 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang. But I would never even know that looking
Nope.
at you. You know what I mean? Watching
not
you
very many
walk or
people do,
whatever.
yeah.
There's no way I could. Dude, the Lord blessed you
Yep.
immensely that
And then,
day.
so to get back to my so Benny was like, hey, look, I got this thing. I think you can get back in the woods. Like, try this. The very first one he gave me, I was like, dude, I can't. It was a single panel that he kind of put together for me. Like, bro, I can't do this. There's no way I can do that. He's like, well, he's been making a double panel to try it. And when I put that 2-panel on, which is our original 2-panel, I fell in love with it. I was like, dude, I can do this. Like, because I was able to separate it, get it off my hips where it was hurting me at the time. And I just fell in love with it since.
Yeah.
So been doing that since.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I
Yeah.
would have never guessed that, man. That's awesome. Good on you, brother. But so when I met you guys, I just started putting on the Mocan Saddle Hunters camp, and I was reaching out to different vendors or whatever and say, hey, because nobody knew about saddle hunting around this area. So I thought this would be a good way to get people to be able to try it out, see the gear or whatever. So I was reaching out to different companies. Well, Buzzard Roost, you guys were brand new. I don't even know how long you've been on the market at this point.
Yeah.
But I seen you guys and I thought, man, this might be a good opportunity to get some eyes on it. You know what I mean? Especially being such a new company. And so so Benny said, yeah, I'll send you a saddle, dude. You can check it out, give it away, whatever you want to do. And I was like, oh, that's super cool, man. I really appreciate it. And then I think the next day he hit me up and was like, hey, man, I think I want to do you one better. And I was like, what you mean? I'm thinking, oh, you're going to send 2-3 saddles to give away or what? And he goes, I think we might come up and join you. And I was like, whoa. You know, and I'm picturing a saddle company, and I'm thinking, dude, there could be 3 people show up here. I have no idea, you know what I mean? It's an outside event. I don't know, and he was like, we don't care. We just want to come up, meet you, hang out. And if there's a couple people there, if there's 50 people, we don't care. We just want to come up. And I was like, all right, but I'm pretty nervous and intimidated, Anyway, you guys came up. I don't know if you didn't come up the first.
I came up the first
Oh,
time.
yeah, that's right. You did come up the first year. And I was thinking about Jacob. But you guys came up, and Benny was showing me a saddle, and I'd tried Latitude's 2-panel saddle. I'd tried Cruiser's 2-panel saddle, and I was not a fan. I just didn't like them. And so Benny was like, "Dude, you need to try this." And I was like, "I'm not gonna like it. I've tried every 2-panel on the market, and I don't like them, and none of them. At that time I wore the Cruiser XC. I said that's just what I like." And he's like, "Okay, whatever." And then a little bit later, he's like, "Man, you need to try this Buzzard Roost." And so finally, I'm like, "All right, I'll try it." Dude, I'm telling you, and I'm not even lying. I put it on, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" I mean, you could literally feel the difference immediately. And so I got in the tree, and I remember messing with it and looking at the bridge on the bridge loops, and oh wow, you can adjust this and this and this, and I mean, it didn't take me. I bet I wasn't in it a half hour, and I had that sucker pretty much dialed into where I wear it today. You know what I mean? It's like, dang, there it is, and it was. And I've had back surgery. I got a bad back. Half the time I'm walking all hunched over almost, and I was really curious what this is going to be like after my surgery and whatnot. Dude, I got up in the tree and I was like, this is amazing. I could sit there all day long and it wouldn't bother me a bit.
Yep.
So kudos to Buzzard Roost.
Yeah.
You guys, I mean, you guys have a great saddle, there's some good saddle companies out there. They make some good saddles. You know what I mean? There's Hunt Arsenal. I always say they make great saddles. One what do you call it? 1-panel saddle, basically, I guess. Great saddle. Custom Gear makes good saddles or whatever. There's a lot of good saddle companies. But your saddle, it's pretty top tier. I mean, it's if y'all haven't tried a Buzzard Roost, you need to try it.
Get your butt in one.
You gotta get your butt in one. I ain't even playing, And if you can be at the Mocan Saddle Hunters Group,
That's right.
tomorrow.
You'll
well,
have us
this will
there to
be
help
later
you.
than tomorrow, but June 13th. Back on old June 13th. Be there because it's gonna be a heck of a time. You get your butt.
We'll see
in
you
the
next
saddle.
year.
Yeah. If you don't make it this year, we'll be here next year. That's right. I like that. Lock it in. We got it recorded, so they're gonna be here. No, man, but you guys got a great company, and you guys are just great guys. I mean, like I said, you guys come up for this, and we sit and BS, and heck, we've had crawfish boils. We've had nights just sitting out on the deck and playing
Just
guitar
hanging out
and singing and having a good time, man. It's always a blast with you guys. And even at the shows and stuff, you guys are cooking up.
Yeah, we get people to get together at the Airbnbs and cook dinners. And
heck, at which show was it? We was out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And,
Ohio. Well, no, was it Jambalaya?
Yeah, it was the Jambalaya, Ohio. Okay,
Yep.
so Ohio show. We're out in the parking lot. They're cooking jambalaya and stuff, and we're eating. I think Jacob was playing the guitar and singing. And I was like, man, this is a good time, So give you a little more incentive to get in the hunting industry.
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
You have a good time with us. But yeah, that's super cool, man. So what's going on with Buzzard Roost these days? How you guys doing? Or you got
it's slow seasons right now, and but it's gonna start picking up. After Father's Day, it kind of like Benny was discussing earlier, it picks up. I'm not quite full time. Benny is full time right now. I still have a day job but my future looks to be Buzzard Roost. Right. My goal is to not punch in the clock for somebody else no more. So
that's right.
The second we can make that happen, it's good.
Heck yeah, dude. I got we got Broadside Camo, and my whole goal is I've got 3 years till I retire, and I'm hoping I just slide right into the camo business, and that's just what I do. You know what I mean? And I love this, just meeting people, talking people. It's always a good time for sure.
Yep.
So.
Oh yeah.
But do you guys? I know you guys come out with the reload.
Yeah. So original saddle was good, but we got a bunch of feedback from previous customers. And when we came out the reload, it was like, hey, we listened to y'all and we fixed what you guys said was wrong. Here you go. And it just, man, nothing's broken now. Why fix it?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
and you guys you've come out with stuff like the lift kit.
Put some kits together. We're in the process of doing sticks and platforms. They're not out on the market yet. But that's
something
in the works.
That's going to be coming soon in the future and whatnot. That's super cool. That's exciting.
Yeah,
man.
that is exciting because once you can put a full kit together, then it's like, man,
you got the deal.
Yep.
Yes, sir. That's a good deal right there for sure. So I know you've shot. I know we talked about a couple years ago. I think it was you shot a nice buck that you wanted to talk about or
Yeah,
whatever.
I did.
So,
I shot a good 10-point for Louisiana. It's a little honey hole, bow only, and not very many people go to it because it's so small. And I go to it every year, and I typically shoot deer out of it
so
every
it's
year with my
public
bow.
land.
It's
then?
public land.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never hunted on private land, except for a handful of times in Louisiana through a buddy and whatnot. But and I just picked up a lease this year because of my kids. My oldest boy, he's just in it now. I took him one time last year, and he's in it. So I got an lease this year so I can take him somewhere safe to go and experience walking in and out in the dark and that type of stuff, right? So
is he bow hunting?
He's
or
not
rifle?
He with the rifle right now. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Set him up with the rifle. But yeah, as soon as I can get him to start drawing back a bow properly, like he's got a little Nerf bow that he uses, to shoot.
How
stuff.
old is he?
He's 6 right now.
6.
Yeah, he
Heck
just turned
yeah,
6.
dude. That's awesome, man.
So I'm excited, and when I took him last year, it was like I needed that more than he did, like just the excitement in him.
And it's like that saying you always see or hear or whatever. Is like they don't even know it.
They don't
even know what
That's
that
right.
meant to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It meant more to me than it did him.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
How old are you?
5.
What are we out here doing right now?
Hunting.
What are we hunting for?
Deers.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do when you see a deer?
Shoot it.
You won't shoot it. We harvest animals to feed ourselves, not just to kill them, right?
Never seen bucks like that. They're always like really goofy looking racked, like they got big old knots on one side or something, which we'll shoot those just to get them out of there. And then this particular day, I wasn't expecting to see a buck. It's like, man, I'm just gonna shoot my does this season, October, because that's where I shoot my does. Is I shoot them on October, then I buck hunt the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And then I seen 2 big bucks that day, and he was the one that I got the clear shot on, so I took that one.
Do you have any cameras out there or anything?
No, I did not at the time.
So no history with them at all.
Nope. I like the surprise. I do have a few cameras that I bought this year that I'll start hanging up, but it'll be for that public land or the private land that I'm gonna have my son on, just so he can see, like, get excited, like, look, bud, that's what you're gonna be looking for, okay?
Yeah,
like,
for sure. And that is exciting, especially with a kid when you can be going, hey, look what's out there right now.
That's right.
So I quit using cameras for several years because, I read this deal and it really kind of set with me where I was like, there might be some good truth to this. And there's truth on both sides of it. But anyway, this was saying that a lot of your older, mature bucks, they'll see those cameras and they're going to be gone. And they won't come back. And I did think, man, that rings some truth because you do get those pictures and the bucks will come in and they'll look right at the camera and then you may never see that buck again. Yeah. And maybe it's that, maybe it's something else, whatever. Yeah. But I do know people that use cameras and they're getting pictures of big bucks and I got a good buddy Ty that we actually hunt some of the same property and he uses cameras. He can show you 7 years worth of pictures on a deer. You know what I mean? And then he's laying down the hammers too. So it's like, is it that? Is it not? But on top of that surprise factor, a few years ago, I got stuck on a buck and I was stuck for 3-4 years. I was stuck. I let so many nice bucks go because I wanted to shoot this buck so bad. And I'd get pictures of him. I only seen him in person like a couple times, but I'd get pictures of him and then just be gone. You know what I mean? So I was actually scrolling Facebook one day and all of a sudden I was like, hit the brakes. I'm like, boy, that looked like, I called him Old Gray. I'm like, that looked like Old Gray. So I scroll back up and I'm like, man, that looks like Old Gray. I'm like, what the heck? Well, then I realized I was in a local archery group. I was on that page. So I was like, all right, so this is somebody local. And so I click on the guy who shot it and I start doing some snooping. I find out he lives in my neighborhood.
That's awesome.
I'm like, this guy shot my buck. So I messaged him. His name's Derek. We're friends now. We didn't know each other then. And so I messaged him. I'm like, hey, Derek, my name's Troy Mosby, da-da-da. I said, man, I think you shot my buck. And he said, no.
I shot my buck.
That's
awesome.
I said, man, I'm telling you, I've been chasing that buck for 3 or 4 years. And he said, that's crazy because I've been chasing him for 3. We both found him about right at the same time.
Dang.
And so anyway, it's crazy. He laid him down. So I was glad that he got him versus somebody that just got lucky and he strolled by. So
Yeah.
at least this guy had some history with him. I mean, I was very disappointed I didn't get him.
Yeah.
But after that, I was kind of like, I don't like that, getting stuck on a buck and put my whole 3-4 years into this deer and somebody else is going to kill
Yeah.
him, you know? So I was like, eh.
That's probably one of the reasons I didn't hang cameras either, was because I knew that that's how I would be. I'd be like, no, there's a good buck in there, hold off on it. But me, I'm like, man, if I can't feel my freezer like that.
No.
Because I'm not a horn chaser either. I'm just not, but I will shoot I'll if a good buck walks out, obviously I'm gonna shoot it. If I get the shot, I'm gonna shoot it.
Yeah.
But I like to shoot my does first, just so I can put meat in the freezer, and then other than that, I try and kill 3 deer a year, just to fill the
I'm
freezer.
the same way. I try to kill 4. My wife does daycare, and that's what we feed the daycare kids is deer meat, and so I'm not I mean, I like horns. Don't get me wrong, and I want the biggest, baddest horns I can get. But I go off my feelings, you know.
Yeah.
If there's just something about this deer that I'll be like, I'm shooting him. It just don't
Every deer
matter.
gets me excited, so
Yeah.
it's like I'm shooting.
That's kind of true. That's probably why I shoot everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a deer, I'm shooting it. Whatever. All right, I don't try to kid nobody. You know what I'm
Nope,
saying?
yeah, that's right. If
But-
it's in bow range,
It's hard not to shoot
yeah.
it, man.
I mean, in Louisiana, you get 6 tags, so
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna fill all 6.
How
of
many
them,
buck
but
tags do you guys got?
you get 2 buck tags, and then you get an either sex tag.
Okay. So we
Now,
get...
depending on the area, though, you can only shoot. You can only use your 2 buck tags, or you get 4 deer or whatever.
Yeah.
So you'd have to hunt a different area.
Yeah. So we get 2 buck tags, and then we get, depending on where you're at, you pretty much get as many doe tags as you want. I think there are some areas that limit it or whatever, but pretty much you can buy as many doe tags as you want and just have a heyday.
Shoot
you know what I'm
does.
saying? Yeah. It's kind of crazy. That reminds me of something else I want to get into before we jump off of here. But sorry, I got totally sidetracked. This 10-pointer.
Yeah, never. Obviously, I've never seen them before.
No
I didn't hunt
history.
cameras. Just kind of, I never even realized a deer would of that caliber would even be in this area. But I then to see 2 good bucks in one day, I was at the same time. I was like, God, dude.
Yeah.
I got a small video of me, and all you can see is the shadow of me, and I'm like, and that's all you see me is just shaking. But I put a good shot on it, and
How far do you go?
he probably went 20 yards, 30 yards, maybe.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
And it's tall grass too, so like I have to walk like this to see. So I'd stop, get up and look, and okay, keep walking. But you can see the blood that was on the side of the grass, so
Yeah.
it led me to him.
Is this so down in Louisiana? When I think of Louisiana, I'm thinking swamps and whatever.
So this little spot of land is not swamp. They actually use it to train bird dogs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a small little property, just bow only. Not like I said, not a whole lot of people hunt there. Now there's people that hunt there now because just introducing them to it, like some of my friends and whatnot, would just like, look, dude, it's bow only.
Yeah.
But I shoot deer every year. If you're looking just to put some meat in the freezer, this is a great spot.
Good spot.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
And
and
it
especially if
sounds
you want
like-
to shoot one your bow. Like if you're gonna shoot one your bow, this is the best spot to do it.
And we've talked about me coming down there and hunting with you guys in sometime, and I'm like, that sounds like a good spot for me
Yeah.
because
Oh,
I ain't jacking with these swamps.
That's when you really hunt in Louisiana.
Bro, what I think it was Benny that said it was either Benny or Jacob. I'm pretty sure it was Benny, and he said, "Yeah, we'll go down there. We're walking through the swamps or whatever." And I said, "Man, what about gators and whatnot?" And he was like, "Well, it's every once in a while you get one that'll bump you or whatever." I'm like,
Just gotta
"Bump me?"
knock them on the head.
Yeah, he goes, that's what he said. He goes, they'll leave you alone. I go, what if he don't leave me alone? You know what I mean? I don't want to be bumped by an alligator. That don't even sound right,
No.
you know?
So my first experience in the swamp. Well, I say my first encounter with a gator in the swamp was me and Benny were out there. I went up a tree just fine. Well, when I was coming down, there was one curled up around the tree at the bottom of the base. I was
Oh,
like,
my goodness.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I made Benny come over there. I said, "You better go here right now."
Right now. I'm not coming down
Yeah.
ever.
So
So
he
what-
came over and it spooked it off when he came through. But yeah, it was. Luckily, I got a picture of it. You just gator around the
Oh,
bottom
you
of
got
the
to
tree.
send me that. That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is totally what would happen to me.
Yeah.
I go to come down and I'm like, this ain't swamps. This ain't supposed to be no gators. There's a gator wrapped around my
Yeah.
tree. No way, dude. That is insane.
You ain't stepping down. It's like that thing that was his tree.
My goodness, man.
Yeah.
How intense was that?
Oh, it's nothing like you like.
And that was your
Your
first
heart's
gator.
racing, and you're like, I don't even know why. Like, I just shoot away. No, it don't work like that.
No, it don't work like that. Oh my God, I'd have been calling Benny, come save
Yeah, I
me.
did. I said, hey, dude, there's a gator. You need to come here now.
Yeah, dude. So since then, that was your first encounter. Like, does it happen often that you have these encounters?
It's just like Benny, like every now and then, especially going through the swamps, like you see him. But the times that I've been, that was the only time I've ever really had one like up on my tree. The other times it's like within a distance or whatever.
Yeah.
But, I don't walk them through like Benny and Jacob do the crazy thing where they walk deep, chest high, and no, not
No way.
If it goes past my waist, I don't want to be in it.
If it goes past my toes, I don't want to be in a swamp.
Yeah.
No, I say that. I would do it. I have to do it at some point. I'm going to come down.
It is. It's a lot of fun. It's different. It's
I
a
got
different
to
type of hunt.
experience it anyway. So
Yeah.
But
You'll have a good time. When you're hanging out with us, you're having a good time.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. But it does make me nervous. I'm be like, oh my God, here we go. We're gonna do what? Oh,
Yeah.
all right, let's go.
It's different.
Yeah, dude, that's insane. So that you smoked that one. I know you told me about that's one I wanted to talk to you about was you took a buddy out.
Mm-hmm.
I think last year or the year
his
before.
Was,
2 years
his
ago.
was 2 years ago. I think
2 years ago. And I remember seeing you post about it, and I remember seeing the picture of the buck or whatever. So you got to tell us this story. How
Yeah,
that happened,
he hunted private land. He just hunted a little property that another buddy of his gave him permission to hunt. So he's never really shot a big buck. Really, it's like been smaller bucks or does, like does mainly, right? I was like, dude, just come with us. I'll put you in a spot. I was like, me and Benny. I said, I didn't tell him Benny. I just said, me and my buddy hunt there all the time. I was like, we always see deer. I was like, I'm not gonna say you're gonna shoot one, but I'm telling you, there's some good deer in here.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you what, that first night, and he didn't. When he shot that buck, he didn't understand like what he shot. Right? He didn't understand it. Like, oh, I shot a buck. That's awesome. And then when I was like, no, dude, you shot a stud.
You shot a nice buck.
for an 8-point that big. I was like, you shot a stud. And he didn't he's like, oh, okay, just to kind of brush it off. And then we got back to camp. And like just the people that when we took it to skinning rack, people were just congratulating him, shaking his hands, and like complimenting on his buck. And he looked at me, he's like, dang, I really did shoot something. I was like, yeah, bro.
Dude.
I wasn't lying, dude.
Didn't even know it, man. Yeah.
And then before we knew it, we had a circle of people around us watching us skin this buck. And I said, you want to cape it out? He said, nah, we'll just get Euro mount. And I was like, oh, don't say that too loud because people will be like, no, you need to mount that.
You need to mount it. Yeah.
So, but he did. He ended up Euro mounting it. And actually, Ben Parker, Benny's cousin, he did it for him. So
did he?
Turned out really good, yeah.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. So what
that was that feeling I was telling you about. Like, took a dude out there. He shot his first buck, and then he like the feeling of like, oh man, look, I really did do something.
Once he realized what he did, yeah.
And then he was just, and it was like the kid in him came out, like he was just giddy.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I told you.
Yes.
And it just makes you feel good.
Yeah, for sure, dude. That you hooked him up like that, and yeah. So do you still get that giddy, excited feeling whenever you kill a deer?
I do. Every time I do, I feel like so I get that feeling, I get that rush, like just seeing deer. I just love seeing deer. Like there's probably numerous of times that I'll just video deer come through and you'll see the camera just shaking, and it's like just a couple does, but I'm still like, oh, look at what because to be able to hunt and then have the deer come in that close, less than 20 yards, and you can still get your phone out, just record, and still get you excited. Yeah. I get that.
And I'm the same way. I get excited even if I have no intentions of shooting.
That's right. Yeah.
But I still play a game. Not really play a game. I mean, it's just something hunters do. You try to go undetected, obviously. Mm-hmm. But I feel like if a deer comes in, no matter what that deer is, if I don't have any intentions of shooting it or whatever, if a deer comes in and he can get within 20 yards of me or whatever and not know I'm there, then I'll be like, I won.
Yep.
Because it's hard to beat them. And if I get busted, then I'm like, hey, I guess you won, sir. But I get that same excitement. I don't even care if I shoot it, don't shoot it, whatever. I'd be like,
just excited.
And if I take a shot and I make a bad shot, I've done that before where, man, it'll just devastate me. I'll be like, dang, what just happened? And my oldest son, Brandon, he nailed it the best for me, I think, this last year when he was hunting. He said that he goes, because this was his first full year of actual bow hunting all season. And he goes, man, I had no idea what an emotional roller coaster it is. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, bro. One minute you're up here, the next minute you're down there. It's like, golly, man.
A couple years, probably like 4 or 5 years ago, in that spot I was telling you about, me and Benny were actually hunting the same deer, I think, because we both missed this, and we're both talking about how we missed good buck, a good buck, and we're like, we described each other, and we're like, that's the same.
It's the
That
same
deer
buck.
just ghosted both, like just skirted both of us. But one, that very next year, that it was in bow range, and I don't. It could have been the same buck, could not have been the same buck. I couldn't tell really well what it was. Couldn't see it very well, but I knew it was a good buck. And man, it was 30 yards. I ranged. I was like 30 yards. Okay, when it hits that tree, it's at 30 yards. Well, it just crossed under. I drew back, and when I released, I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or what, but there was a limb. It hit that limb and shot. I mean, it skimmed right under his chest. And that's one of those things I told Benny, I was like, dude, I feel like I broke up with a girl. I just want to throw my bow out the tree. And it was terrible.
Such babies. As I would throw, I'm saying, I would just want to crash this bow.
It like hurt my heart.
I hate bow hunting.
This is for the birds. I'm out of here.
That's so true. I freaking hate bow hunting, man. This one right here, I shot him one year, shot him high, shot him right underneath his spine. I could see my arrows sticking out of him, and I'm like, I practice this, so I shoot every day. At some point, I'm going out and shooting at least one arrow, unless it's just freaking downpour and whatever. But if it's any kind of decent day out, I'm going out and shooting an arrow, guaranteed. And I'm like, I practice so much to make sure stuff like that don't happen. What happened? You know?
When it does, you're like, what's that?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what happened. I'm always like, well, I think it was a twig, but I don't think there was a twig.
Yeah.
But not everybody knows that, so they might not.
That's why I said I couldn't tell. Maybe it was a twig.
Yeah, I think there was something
Bad
hanging there. Yeah, but so honestly, I don't know if I pulled. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what happened. I'm like, I don't do that when I'm in my yard shoot. You know what I mean? And it's a totally different feeling. Obviously, I'm not trying to say it's not, but I must have got excited, pulled, whatever. Now, with him, 2 weeks later, I caught him back on camera, and I could tell it was him because I seen the wound on his back. And I'm like, well, that's him.
Yeah.
He made it. So then, finish out season. I never seen him again. Never got another picture of him. And then early September, like this, probably the second week of deer season. Our season opens the 15th. It was before the end of September. This deer come rolling through, and I'm like, ooh, that's a good one. And I'm like, I'm smoking him. And as soon as he got within range, I smoked him. He didn't go 20 yards. I was like, oh, yeah. So when I get up to him, I'm checking him out. And I am thinking he's got some familiarity, whatever that word is. And I'm like, I look, and that scar was on his back. I was like, it's that same buck, man. I'm like, how crazy is that? The guy, I got two opportunities, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But so I redeemed myself, and I was on top of the world that time. I was like cherishing my bow. I didn't want to throw it. and whatnot,
Got a baby it now.
Yeah, it's crazy. But so that's one thing I wanted to ask you about. So have you heard anything about Missouri changing their laws for out-of-staters?
No.
So there's big deal going on right now. I don't know if it's passed or if it's still. I'm gonna say it's still in the works, but this is where it's headed, is what I've read. Is that your out-of-state license is gonna go up. You got to pay for another license first, and then you got to get your tag. You can only get one buck, and they're even talking about making it a draw state. So I'm like, man, I call it, there's a spot I go up north, and I call it Little Louisiana, because every year there'd be Louisiana plates all over that place. And I don't care. I mean, I'm not one that bashes out-of-state hunters at all, because if I have the opportunity to go hunt out-of-state somewhere, I'm going to go hunt out-of-state. You know what I mean? So whatever. And but I'm like, I'm just curious how that is affecting, people out-of-staters or what their thoughts on it. But clearly you haven't heard of that.
Yeah,
so.
I don't hunt out-of-state too often. Now, I have hunted in Missouri a few times with a buddy that had some property out here. I've hunted in Ohio. And actually, I got a good bow buck that I had mounted from Ohio. But I only shoulder mount. I only mount bucks that I kill with my bow, and I've only got two of those. So
You've only killed
bucks.
two?
Two. I've got two good bucks.
Oh, with your bow.
Mounted with my bow. Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest are just they're not that they're not worthy. Every animal is worthy. Like you just took the life of the animal and it's feeding my family. But I'm not gonna have them shoulder mounted or none of that. So.
Yeah, my wife, she asked me one time, she's like, why do you do something with every deer you kill? Because I'll Euro mount it,
Yeah.
whatever. If it's, I don't care.
Yeah,
I
I have
mean,
all the skulls of all the, even the
Yeah.
little ones. If I've shot some, like my first little buck that we didn't know it was a buck at the time, but yeah, it was a little button buck. I still got that.
Yeah. And I told her, I said, honestly, I said, it's my trophy.
Yeah.
She's like, what? I'm like, I killed that animal.
Yeah.
That's my trophy. I'm doing something with it. And she's like, oh, okay. And thank God she's understanding because I got a lot of Euro mounts down there and
Yeah.
these guys in here.
My brother-in-law, he wasn't really big into hunting, but when he was stationed in New Orleans, and we took him hunting while he lived here, and he shot his first buck. It wasn't nothing special, right? But for him, it was. He shot a spike, and what we did was we ended up having one of those spikes made into a knife for him.
Oh,
So now he's got a knife with his first kill, and he'll have it forever.
That's super cool.
So,
What a
yeah.
great idea. I need to. So my youngest son, little Troy, he shot his first buck several years ago. He's 21 now. So he had to been, I bet he was like 13, somewhere in that time frame. He shot his first buck. And I had it Euro mounted and I had it put on a plaque and whatnot. Well, I had moved some things. I was moving some stuff around, so I'd laid his on the couch, down in my man cave. And apparently I left it was down there a couple days. But when I went back down there, one of my dogs had gotten a hold of that skull.
Oh no!
And just ate half the face, or half the head. And I'm
Yeah.
like, are you kidding me? This is not replaceable, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so upset. So, but I kept it.
Yeah.
It's just a little 4-noggin and little, I think it was a little 4-point, 6-point something. It's just a little bitty basket, whatever. And so I kept it and I have it down in my bow room. And I'm like, I always think, what could I do with this? Man, that might be a great idea. Maybe I'll get
Turn it into a
something
knife.
made and get a knife made or something with it. And that's a great idea.
Yeah, it was like it was like just the perfect size, and like the knife was the knife was probably about 6 inches or so. So half of that was the antler, right? The base part of it, at least, because they had to shave some of it off to make it holdable and look right.
Right.
But what was cool about it was it had like a slight curve. So when you held it, it like just came out. It was cool.
It felt
I
good.
loved it. Yeah, it felt
Yeah.
good. And he loved it. He was just super excited. Like because he was like, oh, maybe I'll hydro dip the skull or whatever. And I was like, nah, let me, trust me. I'll do something for you. Let me do something for you.
Yeah.
Because we have a buddy, Benny and I have a mutual buddy who just started making knives at the time. And I got with him and I was like, hey, do you think you can do this with, and he said, yeah, man, no problem. And he did, and he killed it. So I was like, dude, that's
Heck
awesome.
yeah. Maybe I need to send you an antler and be like,
And
see
have
if you'll
him
make this
yeah.
a knife out
Oh,
of
he
this.
does good work.
Man, how cool would that be? I have to get that info from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just curious about. I think it's Benny. He hunts up here quite a bit. It seems like I think he comes up about every year, every couple years or something. But I've seen in some of these forums, public forums on Facebook and whatnot, and the out-of-staters are not happy. They're not happy at all.
Yeah, I believe it.
And
Like,
I get it. You know what I mean? I get both sides of it. It's just.
what's funny is like I feel like a lot of the Louisiana guys that travel out of state to hunt, they do that to hunt big deer. I'm like, man, if you just hunt the right spot in Louisiana, there's big deer
That's
there.
it. Do you guys have big deer down there?
And North Louisiana, yeah, we've got studs. Actually, I've got a picture of one that's in North Louisiana, and I sent it to Benny, and he's like, dang. So I'll have to show you.
Yeah.
But he's a stud.
Louisiana buck.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's what
And they got that palmation too, so it's like it's thick. So
when all these Louisiana guys are coming up here, I'll just go down there.
there you go. Yeah, come on down.
I'll be down there shooting fat deer. They'll be
Yeah.
like, "Where'd you shoot that?" Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
I love hunting Louisiana.
Do you
I
only
do like to
hunt deer,
travel.
or
I travel, like I said, I've traveled here and there, like to Ohio and Missouri a few times, but that's about it. I just started putting in. We have to buy points for Iowa, right?
yeah?
So I just started doing that. So I've got my 2 or 3 points now. I don't know. Like I said, I've never done it before, so I don't really know
I've
what
never
I'm
done
looking
it
at.
either.
So
I keep saying
I
I'm
know you
gonna
buy
do
points
it.
until they draw you.
I think they say it takes like 5 years
Yeah.
or so on an average or whatever.
So this will be my 3rd year buying a point.
Dang. So do you have any areas? Not asking
no
you
idea.
where. I'm saying, is there parts of Iowa where you're like, I think I want to
Nope.
go hunt here?
I
You
feel like
just-
when they're gonna when they're like, hey, okay, it's your turn. I'm
You're like, Guess
Let's
I better
figure
figure
it
it out. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. So, do you hunt anything? Do you hunt other animals other than deer?
No, not really.
just
Rabbits.
deer.
I love hunting rabbits. I've never been duck hunting. I've been and being from Louisiana, they're like, "Oh, you never been duck hunting?" I'm like, "Nope, just never."
So they think
Never
that's
done it.
funny down there because they're like, "What? You grew up down here. There's ducks everywhere."
There's ducks everywhere.
Yeah.
Rabbit
on the
hunting is
bayou.
probably my favorite.
What is it?
Rabbits. I
Yeah.
mean, outside of deer.
Yeah.
I just love hunting deer, but rabbits would be my next favorite.
Yeah, I haven't been rabbit hunting in years.
I've only been turkey hunting a handful, like maybe twice, 3 times.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Have you killed a turkey?
No.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but like me and Benny, we'd always talk like, man, I just didn't like, I didn't catch onto it like I did deer.
Yeah.
Deer, I just fell in love with it.
Man, there's some turkey hunters that are turkey hunters.
The
You know what I'm
diehard turkey
saying? They
hunters,
are. It's crazy. I like turkey hunting, and I do it every chance I get. But I'm not like some of these guys they love.
Oh, yeah.
They turkey hunt
They,
like
they
I
travel
deer
the
hunt.
states. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I got it. Well, you know, what's her name? Janie Mulatto, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
her name. That's a turkey killing son of a gun.
Oh,
she travels.
turkey, deer, you name
I'm
it.
like, oh my goodness, man. That is
Yeah.
crazy to me. I bet she kills 15 turkey a year.
Oh, yeah,
all
for
over the
sure.
country. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
She's the first one that I started noticing, like, man, this girl's going out and killing turkey
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
everywhere. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, so my wife actually coached her in softball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mhm.
Right.
She, my wife coached at that high school for 9 years, I think. But yeah, she coached her. In
No
high
kidding.
school.
So that's how she came about, basically.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
When she- yep.
gotcha. And then, but your wife, she still coaches, but
She does pitching lessons. She doesn't actually
that's
coach
right.
the
lessons.
yeah.
Yeah. That's super cool, man. Well, you can tell everybody about like what shows guys are gonna be at, where they can see you at, or
You'll
how they-
definitely see us at the Mobile Hunter Expos, which is Georgia and Ohio, I believe, right?
Yep.
We'll be at the World Deer Expo. We're going up to Alabama this weekend. Coming up, we'll be up there, Trustville, Alabama, I think. But we're only going to be up there for on the 20th for a single day event. Kind of something similar to this.
Yeah.
There's a few other shows. Massachusetts.
Oh yeah.
I just
forget
can't
that
think
one.
the name.
Yeah. Is that
Huntstock.
the Huntstock?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been talking about doing a Huntstock. We've heard a lot of good things about that show
Yep.
for sure.
And then obviously ATA in January. We've been trying to go that every year. So
Yeah. Yeah. So you got the World Deer Expo coming up. That's like the weekend of July
It's
17th.
17, 18, 19, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We're going to be there too.
Yeah.
And then we got the Georgia show. Is that the first one?
That'll be the
Hunters?
first Mobile Hunter.
And that's towards the end of July.
Mhm.
And then I think the first couple weeks of August is the
The Ohio one.
Ohio.
Ohio is that weekend of the 16th, right?
of August.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And they're all three of the shows are like within a couple weeks
Oh
of
yeah.
each other. it
We're,
seems
so
like.
starting today, this weekend, till the end of July, starting of August, actually, we're show. So,
Yeah. Yeah. That's
But
super
this is when we start picking up. So I love it. I love going to shows.
Yeah,
I
I
love
do
doing
too.
stuff like this, going
I have a
hanging out.
blast,
So
bro.
yeah.
Yeah. I have so much fun. You know, like I came and seen you guys in Georgia
yeah,
before I even realized I was going to be in the industry. You know what I mean? And I just loved being at shows. And of course I loved being around you guys and whatnot. And a lot of the people I've met in the mobile hunting industry are just good people,
Yeah.
man. I mean, anybody I've hung out with, I've had a good time with. That's for sure.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
not been anybody that I'm like,
even
"Ooh."
some of like the name, like I won't say names on here, but like some of the bigger name people, you're like, man, they wouldn't be cool to hang out. And then like, but you're like, no, they're legit.
Super
They're
cool.
just like you and I. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna sit down and BS with the best of them, you know. So yeah, they're cool people.
They just want to hunt.
That's right.
Yeah,
Hunt,
and
talk.
they have great opportunities and they have great skills, and then they put it together and they're
That's right.
killing great deer, man. So, yeah, I love being around people like that. Anytime I can get around anybody and we talk deer hunting, whatever, I'm gonna have a blast.
Oh,
I don't-
yeah.
I
And we
don't
can
care
do
if
it
we're
all
in
night.
a Walmart parking lot. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'm gonna have a good time doing it.
But it's funny you said that. The first year after my accident, I actually, that was my first year I tagged out, was in 2015.
Was it after the accident?
After the accident. And I tagged out, and they're like, and they would make fun of me, like, oh man, you had a horseshoe, you know. And I was like, dude, I could have hung a stand in Walmart parking lot and killed a deer. You know? And they're like, oh, you. So I gave them a hard time, but I've never done that since. So
that's awesome.
I just got pretty lucky that year, I guess.
Heck yeah. Well, I hate to. You're gonna be my guinea pig. Because I'm trying to start something new with every podcast I do, because I've been doing some thinking about what this podcast means to me, and it hit me one day here a few weeks ago that, you know, I love meeting people, I love talking deer hunting, I love this atmosphere, I love everything about it, but it hit me and I was like, man, you know how lucky I feel like my great-grandchildren will be, because they're going to have all these episodes that they're going to be able to go back and watch their grandpa talk about hunting, sharing his stories, talking to other people about their stories. And I just thought, man, I'm so blessed to be able to do that, because I would love to have that from one of my grandparents, you know what I mean? Or somebody that I could sit back and watch grandpa talk about a deer he killed, you know, and be like, man, that was my grandpa, dude. Check this out. You know, I just think that's wild. So it's kind of brought a whole new meaning to doing this podcast. It's more about preserving the memories and giving my kids, giving your kids and our grandkids and eventually our great-grandkids and something maybe that they're going to be able to keep in part of the family forever. So the one thing I want to start doing is I want to start asking the question, if you could say something to one of your children or your great-grandchildren, not even in existence, you know what I'm saying? There's something about you could tell them, what would that be?
Hunting related?
Anything. You can tell them anything.
Okay, I was gonna say, if it's hunting related, I like to think like, hey, I'm not gonna shoot something if I'm not gonna eat it, right? But I do believe in the fact of like, hey, let's get these predator animals, because I want to be able to hunt. I want them to be able to hunt turkeys. I want them to be able to hunt deer, you know. But so let's get these predator animals controlled, right? And then if you're not going to eat it, don't shoot it, type thing, right? But I guess the most important thing would be like, don't quit, don't give up. If I can do it, coming from where I was to where I am now, you can definitely do it.
Yeah, for sure. That was well said right there, man. And you're right. If you can do if you can go through what you went through and to be where you're at today and acknowledge that the Lord just blessed you immensely, I mean, you can get through a lot of stuff.
A walking miracle right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
just like you said, don't quit.
That's right.
Keep going. Keep moving forward.
It's going to suck, but once you get through the other side, you can be like, man, it was way worth it.
Way worth it. That's some great advice, man. And I think I just get this weird feeling when I think about that like that. Like, man, you really think, man, your great-grandkid might watch that one day and be like, that's my grandpa, man. Yep. That's kind of cool.
It is.
Well, Anthony, thank you very much for coming on, man. It's always a pleasure to be around you. You know, I love talking hunting with you and talking about our families and stuff. We always have a good time.
Getting together.
Yeah. So I definitely appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate your stories and the time, man. And just thank you very much, man.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
And good luck to Broadside.
Buzzard Roost, baby.
Good luck to Buzzard Roost Saddles Companies this year. I hope you guys kill it at the shows and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I look forward to hanging out with you there.
Always.
Yep. Everybody at home, hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We just trying to grow a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But thank you, and hopefully we were a little bit entertaining for you, and maybe you picked up some tips or tricks along the way. But as always, blend better, hunt harder.
Every season brings us back for more. It's blood trails and bucktails, round the fire where the whiskey sails. Every hunt's a story, every shot's a chance. What's your story to tell?